So most of us live as sort of a victim of what's going on in our head all the time. We'll go into these stressful thought spirals, emotional, overthinking, compulsive thinking, worrying, planning, even like thoughts that seem to be helpful where we're sort of analyzing every single piece of everything. We have to learn how to turn all of that down. Yes, we need to plan. Yes, we need to prepare. Yes, we need to analyze, organize, figure out what the best course of action is. And then once we've done that, we have to put it away and come back to the present moment. The present moment is all we ever truly have. Most of us live either in the guilt, shame, or regret of the past, or the fear and anticipation, anxiety of the future. And while we need to visit both of those, the past is where we learn. It's where we grow. It's how we pull out what's working and we put away what's not. And the future is where we project out to see, is what we're doing now in line with where we want to be. But once we've done that reflection and that growth of looking back and looking forward, we got to put it away and come back to the only thing that truly exists, which is now. So, what I want to teach you is how to use attention training to modify the dumpster fire that's going on in your brain to the end of more peace, to the end of keeping a broader perspective in the middle of chaos. So, what you're learning right now is the difference between direct attention and peripheral awareness. That direct attention is the object that you're focusing on. That object can change, but the goal is we focus our direct attention on an object that we choose consciously, intentionally. So this could be your breath. That's kind of what we focus on in the initial phases of meditation. But if you're outside trying to meditate, and like I was outside the other day and the lawn people were, at work at this apartment complex behind me, and it was so loud. And for a moment I was like, I'm trying to meditate here, guys. And old me would have been so mad in resistance to the fact that, like, how dare these people do their yard? Don't they know I'm trying to meditate? Which seems so silly to say it, but like we all experience that, where we're just like, why is this person getting in my way of the thing that I intend to do? And we don't realize, we don't remember in those moments, hey, like, you're not the only person on the planet. Anyway, so I decided, you know what, this lawn equipment that's really loud that I can't not focus on, I'm just going to shift my attention. I'm going to pay attention to those things. And I discovered tones within the lawn equipment. If I have any musical nerds out there, I noticed that there were different musical intervals that I could hear between the different lawn equipment. And I was like making songs in my head with, the different intervals that I was hearing. And I was noticing the waves of the sounds. And, it's just all about intentionally focusing on something. I feel like I'm derailing here. So back to direct attention. The first thing you're going to do is pay attention on your breathing. There's so many different elements to breathing. The belly going up and down. The chest might be rising and falling. The air is coming in through your nose, out through your mouth. That's the preferred initial way that we'll breathe when we do most meditations here at Rooted EQ. So breathe in through your nose and pay attention to how it feels. Out through your mouth, pay attention to how it feels. And just notice what's happening. Honestly, it doesn't matter if you blow out through your nose or your mouth, but it's really important at this stage. Let's practice breathing in through the nose. If you have any allergies or sinus issues, breathe in through your mouth. But there are so many benefits to breathing through your nose that if you are struggling to breathe through your nose, I highly encourage you to go to a doctor, find out why. If you already know why, are you doing anything about it? Because it is really important to be able to breathe through your nose. I have other videos that explain why. You can get that somewhere else, but there are so many physiological and emotional benefits to breathing through the nose versus the mouth. So check that out. So then while you're paying direct attention to your breathing, You're going to keep your peripheral awareness open. Peripheral awareness is connected to our unconscious mind, which is connected to our emotions, our stress response, and our, what's this word that I'm looking for? Reflex. Our reflexive responses, our reaction responses are very wired into our unconscious mind. Our expectations of life, who we are, what we deserve, a lot of that lives in our unconscious brain too. So where was I going? So when you keep your peripheral awareness open, you are expanding your capacity to connect a little bit quicker into that unconscious brain, which we really don't have very much conscious access to. So the goal is to keep the direct attention on the breath while keeping your peripheral awareness open. I can hear, sense, smell the things, feel the things in my field, but I am paying attention specifically to the breath. Now, if your attention wanders onto a smell, wanders onto a sound, just notice it and come back. Notice it and come back. And the same thing with your thoughts. While you're focusing on your breath and your peripheral awareness is open, you're going to have a thought eventually wander into your mind. And that's okay. You're not doing anything wrong. This is the muscle we're practicing the flex, which is conscious awareness, noticing. I'm thinking. Whoop. Okay. Good job for noticing that you're thinking. Congratulate yourself. Now, let that thought finish if you want to. Say thank you to your brain for trying to remind you of something or help you in some way, because really that's all it's trying to do. And redirect your attention back to your breath. Peripheral awareness open. That's it. That's the strategy. In these early phases, we are simply paying direct attention to the breath, keeping peripheral awareness open, noticing when we're thinking, thanking our brain in gratitude. That part's really important. The gratitude, joy, it's a moment of insight that you are not unconsciously being driven around by your mind now. You're in the driver's seat now. Thank you, brain, but I'm driving. You can take a back seat. Redirect your attention back to your breath. That's it. So what I want you to do at the end of this video, I want you to try it, put a minute on the clock, see what happens. Some people struggle to get through even 20 seconds. Some people find it really easy right off the bat to not think very much. Wherever you fall in that range, it does not matter. Your job is to not judge that minute. Your job is to pay attention to the process, to notice how it goes. Do you feel anything in your body? How easy or hard is it to pay attention to your breath? How many thoughts are coming into your head? Just notice and study objectively like a kind, loving observer. That's all you're supposed to do. And remember, if thoughts come in, that's not bad. You're not failing. You're just practicing. You're noticing them and coming back. And if you have to do that 5 times or 100 times in a minute, it does not matter. You're still succeeding as long as you're doing it. So the goal is, it's not quiet in the brain. That's great if you have it, but if you don't, the goal is notice and return. Notice and return. That's the muscle that you're flexing in your brain. Try that minute, and then you have a free community membership. Activate that free trial. Come into our community. Tell us how that minute went. How was it for you? What did you notice? What could you use some help with? We have insightful, wonderful people in our community who are ready and waiting to share their experiences, to share what worked for them, what didn't, how they got over the hurdles that you might be struggling with yourself. So come to the community and tell us how it went. So start your minute now, and I hope to hear from you in the community about it.